birds even know that something went wrong.
Right? We are, y'all.
2 and 3. All right. 12 seconds, Keith.
And you're speaking into the mic, correct?
Yes. Please do that.
Pull it towards you. There
And
you
I'll
go.
catch you as long as you speak in the mic. 2, 1,
People see this
go.
background. Hey everyone, it is Wednesday. You're listening to 97.5 FM KDEE. I am Agent Key and we are selling Sacramento. And on today's show, I'm excited. Again, if you follow me on Facebook or Twitter, Instagram, you will see some of the, what do I call them, little infomercials or commercials letting you know what the show is going to be about. I usually put it on that morning of what the show is going to be about that afternoon. And this show today is about Black female sisterhood and the Sacramento Sister Circle. If you've never heard of the Sacramento Sister Circle, today you are going to learn about the Sacramento Sister Circle. There have been so many connections that have been made on all types of levels through that group, from women needing assistance with something minor to something major, something as simple as a specific cloth for something they might be making, to immediate housing assistance because they've just been displaced. There have been relationships forged in that group where the type of networking that happens in there, it's not your regular type of networking. It is the type of networking where we are looking for each other and we're finding each other on different levels in the government space, in the private sector space, home-based business, homeschooling, independent contractors, just different levels that are happening in this space. And there is no respecter of persons. I want to say it like that in the biblical sense. Everyone is on an equal playing field. If you're starting out, you know nothing. You could be 15, 16 years old or something and just listening in on all the conversations and just gleaning. Or you could be 40, 50, 60, 20, 30, whatever, and feeding the group information based on your experiences. People may add a comment or say something and ask a question, and you get all kind of feedback from your virtual aunties and grandmamas, and that's what the space feels like, and sisters. If you come to, I've heard so many times, and my guest with me today, she's just a testament to that, of transplants to Sacramento coming here saying, I was looking for my people. And then someone said, well, have you heard of Sacramento Sister Circle? And join Sacramento Sister Circle Facebook page. Yes, go and search Sacramento Sister Circle. And when you see that group, it's got over 8,000 members in it now. You've found the right group. And that's the space. That's when y'all see me on Fox 40 News doing those segments. Yes, thank you, Sacramento Sister Circle, because they made that connection, right? So you never know who is in that group. You never know who's watching you, but you can always trust that space is being forged not only into a safe space, but a space where we can come. You will definitely find your people. And with that being said, I want to introduce my guest today, Miss Natalie Mcgee. Hey, Miss Natalie.
Hey, hi, family. How's it going?
Good. I'm excited. Y'all, she's so beautiful. She got that melanin popping right now. Oh, my goodness.
Beautiful knows beautiful.
Aw. So, you guys, let me tell you a little bit about Natalie, because I love her background and her story. Again, she's a transplant to Sacramento since 2016.
Yes, ma'am. 2016, we relocated to Sacramento from Detroit.
Go ahead and say it.
So in Detroit, all Black space, right? I know how to find my people. Showed up in Sacramento, and I wasn't seeing a lot of melanin. It was very sporadic, but I'm so grateful, and it's such an honor. Thank you for having the Sacramento Sister Circle
Of
here
course.
today. And I found the Sacramento Sister Circle, and I found family. I found friendship. I found support for myself, for my husband, for my daughter. We now have aunties and uncles and grandmas and cousins, all from the collective of the Sister Circle. And so I'm so passionate. It means so much to me. So thank you.
Absolutely. I want to tell y'all a little bit about Miss Natalie. I am reading, so I'm going to put on my glasses. Hold on one moment, y'all. She is truly a diverse international woman. Okay, so now we're about to find out the secret to this melanin popping, y'all. She was born in Barbados,
Yes,
in the
ma'am.
Caribbean. She grew up in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. She moved to Detroit, Michigan in the early 2000s, where she built her career spanning social work, healthcare, management, fundraising, and healthcare leadership. Natalie has a bachelor's degree in psychology, family, and social relations, and is currently working on her master's in organizational development. Natalie is a transplant, as we said, since 2016 to Sacramento, after having been recruited to the University UC Davis Health, yes, to build their Grateful Patient fundraising program. Currently, Natalie is the Director of Admissions and Marketing for Dignity Health, and as a part of the leadership team of Mercy McCann Terrace Senior Living Community. Natalie receives the most joy when using her personal and career experiences to help others. Natalie recently launched her vision in heart relationship management. I love this. I love this concept. Listen, you guys, heart relationship management is a boutique service-oriented consulting business that works with companies looking to design a service experience that matches or exceeds customer expectations. And the goal is to build a service experience that increases customer satisfaction, drives customer retention, and increases profit. I love that because we are missing that component in a lot of our Black-owned businesses.
Absolutely.
And I don't know where that idea came from, but I would love to hear about where it came from, because when I read that, I thought, oh my gosh, there's a need there for that.
Yes, ma'am. Pretty much from my fundraising background, as a fundraiser in higher education and in healthcare, when I stand before someone that has $1 million or $10,000, it doesn't matter the amount of money. When I stand before them, I understand they have the money that I need. Mm-hmm. So it's not a matter of me saying, oh, I have this product and selling the product.
Right.
What I curate and build is the relationship. So the relationship and how I build that and how intentful and engaging I am, how gracious and thankful I am for their connection builds the experience where when I come before them again in the future, it's a matter of, because I have the connection and relationship and I know the authenticity of Natalie.
Right.
Anything Natalie is going to do, I will back it. And that has been the success of fundraising, right? It's about relationship, and that's business, right? Yes. Business is relational.
Yeah.
It's not so much about product. We always think product and service, and that's where businesses don't maximize profit.
Right.
If you, for lack of words, not think about the money, put the money to the side,
right,
and build that service concept, and that's your employees, that's your marketing. Every aspect of your business should have the heart and feel of what your vision is. And when you curate and build that and solidify that, the money's gonna come.
Right. Because people do business with people they know, like, and trust.
Exactly.
And if you build up, if you move towards getting people to like you genuinely and authentically, to trust you,
that part,
and to know you. Right. And in order to know you, that means that you have to have a relationship.
Yes, right? We all go to Louis Vuitton, right? Because we like the purses and the Gucci and the Fendi and all the designer brands. But we go to these stores and sometimes maybe we can't afford the purse. I'm not going to touch that. But we get it anyhow because when we go in there, right, they greet us. They welcome us by name. They sit us down. We have a glass of champagne, right? We have a mimosa, and then, they bring the product. So it's the service experience is what drives it, right? So then when we look at the purse and it says it's $6,000.
They drop those coins. They, not me.
Right?
Somebody else drops those $6,000.
Or the $4,000 or the $3,000, right? We buy the purse.
Right.
What are we buying the purse for?
Right.
Because of the experience.
Right. Exactly.
And walking out with that designed package and the wrapping paper and all that emotionalness, and, the emotional tie.
Yes.
that it brings and the feeling, right?
Absolutely. I love that. I am just wishing you so much success on that, because again, it's so needed. And I'm hoping to see some classes soon from you on this, or some type of conference, because these are the types of things that transform our businesses, because they are where when I say our Black owned businesses are inherently broken. And if we could just say that,
Yeah. Can I add another piece to what you're saying?
Absolutely.
In having this passion and vision that the Lord gave me, and through my experiences, I was building this and, kind of getting meat to it. But in the midst of it, I found another niche area that I've really been passionate and kind of diverted to. And it's really, especially in light of COVID, and we're still in pandemic and we're not post-pandemic yet, despite what people say, a lot of our Black owned businesses, we are out there while hustling, right? We have the product, we're doing the work, but we're not adequately set up. So when things like PPP loan come down, we're not equipped and we're not set up.
You're talking about our financial structure of our business, or even our business structure.
Yes. So I've been doing a lot of that. I've been doing classes. I've had 2 sessions thus far. I've been asked to come to Detroit and do a session. So I'm going to be doing that in the new year. But
so what are you doing exactly? You know what? Before you go on with that, because we need to take a break. This is going to be a great discussion. We might have to have a part 2, because we haven't gotten into the sister circle. But
let's do that.
This is what's happening in the sister circle. If you're listening to what Natalie is talking about, there are literally 8,000 women
8,000
that are in this group.
Yes, ma'am.
And we are either single, married, divorced, entrepreneurs, no businesses, thinking about a business, government officials. All of that is happening in the Sacramento Sister Circle. And at the end of the day, we all need each other. And so for this collaborative group to exist and to have all of these ideas exchanging back and forth, and all of these connections being made, this is magic. This is the sisterhood. And there's fights, y'all. We fight in there too. Let the truth be told. If anybody's listening, they're like, oh, she ain't, I'm gonna tell it all. That you get the post where you get 1,000 comments on it,
but we're
and
respectful.
Then eventually it'll get shut down with no more comments. But it's a learning experience,
because dialogue.
Right, it's a very healthy dialogue. We cannot assume everyone was not raised the same. We don't all come from the same cloth, and so we all have different perspectives. And the thing that I like about the Sacramento Sister Circle posts that do get heated is that the exchange is allowed.
Yes.
So that we can see our differences. And if you remove the heat and the steam away from your perspective, if you are one that's commenting, then you can actually get back and see, oh, wow, this is interesting that this person thinks like this, or why this person is coming from, instead of, I feel attacked. Well, don't feel attacked. That person's comment is coming from their experience. Right. And so sit back and try to understand it. So we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk to Natalie more about her second business. It's a business. If it's not a business, it's about to be a business before the show is over.
Oh, it's a business.
It's a business.
I'm set up. I'm ready to go.
Amen. It's a business. And then we're going to get into more about Black female friendships, the Sacramento Sister Circle, and a big event that is taking place this weekend. Yes, you don't want to miss it.
Don't want to miss it. You want to see your face in the place.
You're listening to 97.5 FM KDEE. I am Agent Key, and we'll be right back. Hey, you guys, thank you for tuning in. You are doing excellent. I'm watching here just to make sure my microphone don't get in your face, because it kept popping up. I had to move the book because it was showing up in the screen.
I'm saying your voice is coming out very low.
Is it?
Oh, my husband said he can only hear me talking.
Yeah,
oh, really?
It's coming out very low. That's really the
Testing 1, 2, 3. I know y'all that are watching can hear me, but we won't know until
go live.
Did it seem like that made a difference there? Whatever you did, was something malfunctioning?
It's hard to tell. because
Oh, you know what?
he put everything behind
So
the board.
I was in here yesterday with Terry. Jay said this mic wasn't working.
It's
Can
not
we
working
switch?
well. We can.
Can you?
I was thinking about that too.
Yeah.
You want-
Let's
want
go
to slide
ahead and
down one?
switch. Yeah.
You
Well,
know, because
actually,
well,
will
she
she
got
need to
yeah,
be-
she has to slide a little
to
bit.
get into that one.
Yeah,
So
because
let's
you
see
need
how much
like
you
3.
need to slide.
Yeah.
She's gonna have to be somewhere right here. That's as far as
So I'll just move over.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Actually, let's scoot the chairs down. I need to be in this one because those other two wobble around when I'm in them for some reason. Okay. Okay, y'all, we're changing seats so we can change mics.
yeah. I was like, it's coming out.
Jay
It's
had
coming
just
out.
said that yesterday and I forgot.
Like they just say it's
I thought they had fixed it. Yeah, I didn't know it was like an ongoing issue.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And see, we're gonna probably have to get what's called it.
I need to fix the technical.
Because it's where it's at is underneath the console.
Oh.
So I don't know how much.
Oh, shoot.
And this will be good for me. I'm on. I'm gonna pull it back. Make sure.
Let's see.
Yeah, make sure you're good. We want to hear you.
No, well, I'm trying to make sure I get us in this camera before the commercial is over.
Is this in your way?
No.
Yeah, I was doing everything. I even brought her down too.
Yeah, and it was still.
I
Let me
was.
see. Hey, you guys, can y'all still see? Hey, Miss Tara. Hi, Denisha.
Hey, family.
Miss AJ. And Latice, I can hear you on the radio and on Facebook. You can? It's better. Oh,
Because I kept playing. No, we still.
whatever you did was better.
Yeah,
we
got to
moved
fool
it.
with but just for purposes.
Yeah,
let's just
yeah.
Keep it there right now.
And we'll just fix it
You guys
later.
already know.
We just fixed it.
Yeah, we just got like 4 calls just now.
Yeah, we just switched
thanks for everybody for
microphones.
leaving a note.
Cool. No,
Yeah.
you're good. No, you're good.
Well, that's good. That means people are listening.
Yeah,
Right?
They want to hear.
They
They
are.
want to hear the
They're
info.
definitely listening.
They're like, what's going on? We can't hear no more.
We probably got to get what's his face.
Are we in here
John,
good
whatever
now?
his name is.
Okay.
Thanks. Okay, please, here we go.
All right, y'all. Here we go.
So we're good to go.
Hey, everyone. Thank you for watching. I don't have my mouse today, so I can't scroll. Left it on the coffee
2,
table.
1, go.
Hey, everyone. We're back, and hopefully you can hear us a little bit better now. Can I get a thumbs up from my engineer?
Oh, yeah.
We got the thumbs
All
up.
right.
We thank you all for the phone calls. That lets us know y'all are listening. We appreciate that. And so we are talking today about the Sacramento Sister Circle. I am here with my guest, the beautiful Miss Natalie Mcgee, and she was telling us about her second business before the break. Go into that a little bit more.
All right, thank you. So as I was saying before the break, especially in COVID, a lot of our Black businesses, Black family members, we're doing the hustle, we're doing the grind.
Mhm.
Nothing wrong with that.
Right?
But we're not set up. We're not set up correctly. So Heart Relationship Management has had a little pivot, and I've been really doing a lot of that educating.
Mhm.
So I'm doing workshops, and so it's not only just theory where I'm talking to you and you're listening to me, but
Right.
once we go through the steps, like for example, I tell people, and I'm not trying to be elitist or better than,
Right.
but it's like as simple as having another cell phone, right? Even if it's a Metro PCS, so you need a number that when it rings,
Mhm.
that's business.
Mhm.
You don't need to answer your business call. Hey, what's up, fam? No. There's a time and a place for that.
Yeah.
So having us another cell phone,
Mhm.
having a business address and understanding that business and personal really needs to be kept separate, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
As a business.
That's not being elitist at all.
Right.
Those are just, I think those are conversations and methods and systems and processes that we're not accustomed
That
to.
part. I've been told, oh, well, what if they can't afford another line, as a barrier? And I said, it doesn't have to be a barrier, right? Even if you pay an extra $5, get a Metro phone, it doesn't matter,
Right.
but it's just about setting up some parameters
Right.
so that you could eventually go and get, have a business, you have to have a business credit.
Well, and then also where if you can't get a separate phone line, like
or
myself,
separate ringtone.
well, I have an actual different phone number
Yes.
that rings, and so when it rings to my phone, I actually have 3 different numbers depending on where you're calling me from, and it'll let me know, oh, This is a Sierra Interactive call. This is calling from your website. This is about business.
Exactly.
Oh, this is a Grasshopper phone call. This is calling from your business line. So the phone
Right.
tells you that. So there are technologies out there
Yeah.
that definitely let you help you keep the two
exactly,
separate.
having your business registered. We have this thing, we don't want the government in our business. Well, one, I'm sorry, you don't really have any business,
If
right?
the government needs to be in your business sooner rather than
that
later,
part, right?
because they're going to find you.
And also, right, things like PPP loan, right, came down.
A
I
lot of
have
us
friends in
didn't
business
qualify.
that have gotten broke off.
Yeah.
But that's because they had the business account, right? The business banking account.
The
They had
financials
the
in order.
finances separate, right?
Separate checking account.
Exactly.
Taxes filed.
Exactly.
And we try
registration for the business. Let's just start there, right?
Right.
A proper business entity setup,
Yeah.
right? Sole proprietorship, LLC, an S corp, a C corp,
Right.
a nonprofit.
But again, this goes to the conversations, right? And so again, this goes back to Sister Circle.
Right.
These are the conversations that
Yep.
we're having in Sister Circle.
Oh, yeah.
So if you come from a space where business is being talked about under the table, Sacramento Sister Circle is going to set you straight.
Yes.
In love.
In love, yeah.
In love, we're going to set you straight because we want you to be straight for the purpose of growing, for the purpose of existing, for the purpose of generational wealth building, for the purpose of the foundation being lasting.
That's the key. That's it. Generational wealth. I'll plug and shout out. Franklin and Patricia, Calvin and Patricia Franklin. They are our Sacramento Sister Circle financial advisors. When my husband and I came to Sacramento, we wanted to build a home. We owned a home in Detroit, and we sat with the Franklins, and they gave us the understanding of having correct life insurance, proper life insurance, how to insure our life, how to create that legacy, right? Because insurance is not about just the funeral, right? It's to replace the income of the breadwinner.
Look,
or
I'm sorry. I just
gotta.
this is evidence. What does that say?
Buyer's agent.
This is my phone ringing right now telling me that this is a business call.
Yeah.
I'm trying to show this to y'all on the, but it shouldn't be ringing right now. I usually turn it off. But go ahead.
So the Franklins, they sat with us and showed us how to invest and how to make our money work for us. And legitimately, it has worked. We were able to build a beautiful home here, but it's having the information and the understanding, so shout out to Calvin and Patricia Franklin. They were with Primerica.
For them being willing to share the information.
That part. And in love, and embracing you and taking you along the journey, because it's a process. No one starts at 10. You start at 1 and you get to 10.
And you start where you are, wherever that may be. So if it's a 1, don't be embarrassed. You just got to come as you are. There was someone that came into the Sacramento Sister Circle group, and she shared, she actually posted and she said, I'm embarrassed about this. I don't know how y'all are going to take this. And then she posted her need. So many women jumped on that feed and took care of it and met it for her, and in love. And her business didn't get shouted out or tweeted out or anything of that nature, but that sister got taken care of. And y'all can understand and see right now we are trying to promote Sacramento Sister Circle. So let me tell you a little bit more about the Sacramento Sister Circle. First of all, let's talk about the beautiful Miss Christy Ketchum.
Yes.
Because she is the founder of Sacramento Sister Circle. And I want to read to you directly what it says about her on Sacramento Sister Circle. It says, when I think about my purpose, I'm filled with gratefulness for my assignment. I think of the many mothers who came before me, who nurtured and developed me as a leader. With clear vision, I led with courage and integrity, with the goal of constantly transforming myself, family, and community. These are in Christy's words, y'all. Professionally and as a personal responsibility, I've worked with numerous organizations and networks that aim to improve the social, economic, and political conditions for those in the most vulnerable communities. And it says, throughout my career, I've dedicated efforts towards the advancement of Black women and girls, youth leadership development, reproductive justice, dismantling oppression, prison industrial complex, and social justice that included curriculum and program design. And it goes on and on and on. And as you read this bio and in Christy's words, you see someone who is just, her life's mission is transforming people, is taking things that are broken and helping put them back together again.
Absolutely.
And to take so much of your own time and energy and do this when the society that we live in says, get yourself a 9 to 5, get yourself a job that pays you a constant check. You don't have time for anything else because now you're working to take care of your bills. But the Bible says,
Bring the good word.
your gift will
We'll
make room for you.
Yes, it will every time.
So that means if you are doing what you were y'all know the saying, if you were doing what you were created to do, I'll see you at the top, because whatever he's placed inside of you, if you lean into that thing like Christy has, it just takes on a whole new life of its own. You can't stop it.
She's so fierce. Oh my gosh. If you do not know Christy Ketchum, please, before the year is out, don't go into 2022 and not know who she is. She's fantastic. She's a builder of women. She's a lover of Black women.
Her
Sister
compassion
Circle
and her
is her vision.
yeah.
Yeah.
Her demeanor is so strong and kind. She feels like her presence is like someone you've known for a long time. That's how she comes across. And when you meet her for the first time, it's like, oh, hey girl, what's up?
And she's just so down to earth,
Yeah. So I want to read a little bit about the Sacramento Sister Circle. And so the Sacramento Sister Circle is a project of Our Rightful Place, which is an LLC. It's a network for Black women of Sacramento. We come together to engage positive dialogue, share our rich stories, build strong relationships, and create an open and safe space for us to become fulfilled leaders, mothers, allies, friends, and women. It was founded in 1999 by Christy with several other of her friends. And this circle was for many of them a fun opportunity to just get together and talk, make new friends, and enjoy the company of women who have a lust for life. In 2011, the Sacramento Sister Circle was rebirthed and strengthened because its network has had such a profound and transformation effect on Christy's and so many others' lives. And there are 7 pillars to the Sacramento Sister Circle network. They are health and wellness, fun and joy, mentorship, financial independence, study, political engagement, and Black femicide. And you can find the Sacramento Sister Circle group on Facebook. Again, there's over 8,000 women. So if you look up Sacramento Sister Circle and you see private group, 8,000 plus followers or women, you have found the right group.
That part.
Yes.
Or the website, which is sacramentosistercircle.org.
And that brings us to this weekend. Tell us what is happening.
Oh my goodness. Sacramento. You were in for a treat. Again, keeping in line with the theme of the Sacramento Sister Circle, about, supporting the Black women. We just thought, after everything we've went through with COVID and still being in the midst of the pandemic, that it was just going to be great to come out and get together and connect and to uplift and build Black women. Black women-owned businesses or operated businesses and organizations. And so we are having the Sistagirl Holiday Mixer and Marketplace. If this is the appropriate time, we do have some partnerships that are partnering with us and hosting this.
Tell us all about it.
And then we are going to be having vendors. It's so much going on. So I really already shouted out our financial advisors, the Franklins, the regional vice presidents for Primerica. Okay. So that's Calvin and Patricia Franklin. So they're going to be there giving financial education and, all the sort to anyone that is in need of assistance. Then we are going to be partnering with Drip Espresso. So Drip is a community-centered coffee shop that's sourcing exclusively from BIPOC women, so Black, Indigenous, people of color, women, queer-led micro and small businesses. And really, they're partnering with us to help support the community and business owners that they're proud to serve. And so they're getting ready to start fundraising for Drip Espresso in January. And so they're bringing their campaign to the forefront, and they're going to be co-hosting our holiday mixer with us.
Okay.
And they're definitely going to be there.
Okay.
Then we have BWAPA, Black Women Organized for Political Action.
Yes.
And BWAPA is a part of the vibrancy of the Sacramento Black community, motivating and promoting, supporting and educating African American women about the political process, encouraging involvement. Okay. One of the things that we do with BWAPA every election year was our voter guide.
Yeah.
So we're known for the voter guide. Choice Law Firm in Del Paso Heights. They are an anchor community law firm in Del Paso Heights.
And that's spelled CHOYCE.
Yep, Choice Law Firm. And they also have broken ground, and they have also built up what's known now as 1442, which is adjacent to their law firm.
Okay.
And that's their new event space. It's an upscale event space for creatives, visionaries, and it's just a really beautiful space. That's where the holiday mixer is going to be
At the
held.
1442 location.
Yes, 1442.
Okay.
And that's the number of the building, right? 1442 Del Paso Boulevard.
Okay.
So we're partnering with them as well. And then we have vendors. So we have vendor opportunities.
There's still vendor opportunities available.
Yes. We're going to be having vendors on site, Black women. So we have Marcelin Howard, Baskets by Design. We have the fantastic artistic phenomenon of Ebony London with her ear
Oh my
art.
goodness. You know what? I
Ebony
meant to wear some of her earrings. I usually wear Ebony's ear art.
Yes.
And they are the bomb. And
They
I meant to wear
are.
it, but I think I wore the wrong outfit.
It's okay.
Doggone
Saturday.
Yes.
I'll be wearing mine if you wear yours.
I'm gonna wear the one that's got I think it's a watermelon on this side and then another fruit on this side.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. If you don't know about
I
Ebony
love Ebony's
London,
art.
please do yourself a favor. Her
Yes.
ear art is to die for. A lot of our Sister Circle members wear it. Her ear art has been to Puerto Rico,
Yes.
down into Mexico, and
It's so beautiful.
Yeah, so beautiful.
Yeah.
We take Ebony's ear art everywhere.
Everywhere.
And then we have Melissa Cook and Ooh Girl Beauty and hair care products. I have been hearing about these products. I cannot wait to get to the marketplace because I have to stock.
Oh my gosh. I gotta set up a budget for this weekend.
Get your money, get your coins.
Y'all
We have
listening,
Miss
y'all hear
Ellie Chandler, who is known as the Hat Lady. She is Chandler and Company.
Okay.
And
so we got hats, we got
yes.
jewelry, we've got, what was it? Food. Did you say food? I thought I heard about some food or something up
that's going to be part of it. That's
coming.
not part of our membership. But earlier in the day, I can say also 1442 is also happening. It's an all-day event, but the Sacramento Sister Circle is tacking on in the afternoon.
Oh,
but in the morning
gotcha.
portion, Sheila Choice, who is the Choice Law Firm. She is the beautiful wife of Dion Choice, the lead lawyer, and that's their event space. So she's also having a holiday market that day. So it's actually going to be all day from like 10 to 10 p.m.
Oh, wow.
So for people that want to vend during the day or want to partner and come in the later afternoon, evening for the Sacramento Holiday Mixer, Sacramento Sister Circle Holiday Mixer, can reach out to Sheila Choice, and her phone number is 916-804-0286.
Okay, say that one more time. That number. Somebody went to grab a pen.
Oh, yes.
Somebody said, oh, wait, hold on. Say that again.
One more time. If you want to participate in anything on Saturday, the holiday vending in the daytime, or if you want to come and vend for the holiday mixer in partnership with 1442, you're going to contact Sheila Choice, and the phone number is 916-804-0286. Vending opportunities are very affordable. And yeah, we just want Black Sacramento, all of Sacramento. You know, we're heavy on the Black. We're heavy on the pride that comes with being Black in Sacramento.
But we have to be.
All.
It's unapologetic.
Yes, unapologetic.
I tell people it is, when we say things specifically on this show, Black anything, it is intentionally, because for a long time, Black has intentionally been downgraded. So we are intentionally upgrading, but we are also letting people know it's for everybody.
It is for everyone.
We can't be a United States of America if we don't place everyone's culture, ethnicities, needs, beings, whatever we are, on an equal playing field. And our goal here is to lift us up,
the upliftment of the Black woman,
to an
the
equal
Black
playing
family.
field.
Yes.
Yeah. So everybody is always invited. Black, brown, red, yellow, black, white, green, blue, purple, whatever.
Orange,
yes. We want everyone to participate, because as everyone participates, then again, we get to experience that which is different from us, which then really brings us together. And then we realize that there's really not that much that's different from all of us. I do want you to be able to finish naming off the vendors because I interrupted you. Did you finish naming the vendors that were going to be?
I did, but I will recap. So we're going to have Marcelin Howard, Baskets by Design, Ebony London Air Art, Melissa Cook with Ooh Girl Beauty and Hair Care Products, Miss Ellie Chandler, known as the Hat Lady, and that's with Chandler and Co.
Okay.
And then again, we'll have Calvin and Patricia Franklin, Regional Vice Presidents for Primerica, and they are our financial advisors that will be giving out financial assistance and information as vendors on Saturday.
Okay, awesome.
Yes.
And I mentioned food, but will there be food?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes. Oh, that part, right?
All
How
right,
can we
yes.
forget food? That's
Yes.
the center of the world, right?
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes. 1442 will have food vendors there. There'll be food for purchase. There will be a cash bar. We're going to have a DJ. We're going to have music. It's going to be really nice. But I encourage you to, participate all day long, right?
That sounds exciting.
On how your
sounds
Saturday
like a fun
is
holiday day to have for the holiday. Something
absolutely.
A good time to
I would like to
spend your Saturday.
To mention, 1442, like I said, they're going to be having the holiday marketplace all day long. But the evening portion with Sacramento Sister Circle, it's an adult event because we want to come out and let our hair down and mingle. But at the same time, if there's a childcare issue or a need, we have grace and we'll be open to that. But it's meant to be
saying you can bring your children if you need to,
if you really need
if you're
to.
okay bringing your children to an adulting event.
Yes, but it's definitely adulting.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's our last gathering of the year for the Sacramento Sister Circle.
Now, that number that you gave, if someone wanted to be a vendor at the event, is that the same number they would call for Sacramento Sister Circle portion?
Yes, yes, yes. Sheila Choice is going to kind of be fielding both for vendorship and participation.
Awesome, awesome. And so with that information, we hope that we see you out there this Saturday from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Yes.
And the address again
is 1442 Del Paso Boulevard. But the Sistergirl Holiday Mixer and Marketplace time to start is going to be 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. So it just depends on how you want to structure your Saturday.
And if you are also, thank you for that. I want to share a little bit of information. I'm transitioning just a little bit, but we're going to get back to sisterhood. But I want to make sure that I get this in here because we're talking about things to do. So there is, on this show, we often talk about housing resources. I hear and get calls about things like housing rights, housing legal assistance, home prevention and assistance, tenants' rights, eviction defense. Well, there are 2 opportunities that are coming up. If I've named off anything that you have a need for or someone has a need for, then you want to write this down because this event is for you. The Sacramento Housing Alliance. This is an organization that gets down grassroots style. They will knock on your door, walk with you, get on the news with you, hold a press conference for you. I've seen them do it in the past recent few weeks.
Yes.
And they will get in the trenches with you and fight with you for your rights. They are hosting a housing resource fair on Monday, December 13th and Tuesday, December 14th. You need to be there if you are having any housing issues. Housing rights, housing legal assistance, homeless prevention and assistance, tenant rights, eviction defense, and more. If you're having problems with your landlord, if you're facing an eviction, if you know someone facing eviction, if you are on the verge of being homeless, if you know someone on the verge of being homeless, this is the time to go and grab them by the hand and say, hey, we're going here. The Neighborhood Wellness Foundation is where the event will be held on Monday, and that's at 3805 Clay Street, Sacramento 95838. You can always call the station, 916-921-5333. 916-921-5333. I've got it right here on the little sticky one. You can always call the station to get this information. But again, it's Monday, December 13th from 10 to 12. So it's in the morning, first thing in the morning to the afternoon, only a couple of hours. at the Neighborhood Wellness Foundation. And Tuesday, so Monday it will be in the north area. Tuesday next week, it'll be in the south area, December 14th from 6 to 8 p.m. So that's an evening event at the Fruit Ridge Community Collaborative. And that's at 4625 44th Street. 4625 44th Street, the Fruit Ridge Community Collaborative from 6 to 8 on Tuesday, December 14th. Monday, December 13th from 10 to 12 at the Neighborhood Wellness Foundation at 3805 Clay Street in the north area. And so again, that's a housing resource fair. Oftentimes we have these problems come up and we don't address them. We let them linger on, and then they turn into something worse, and then it makes it more difficult to get out of, or we end up homeless, or we end up in a rougher situation. Go to an event like this, get the information that you need and the assistance that you need. And again, this is not just an organization that's handing you some papers and saying, here's what you should be doing. They get in the trenches with you. They really do. And so you will be greatly helped if you take advantage of that. And I want to talk again, switching gears back to Black female sisterhood, Black female friendships. I want to read a little bit of an article that I found because there's something very unique and I want to say divine about
yes.
Black sister friendship. I'm going to have to kick my engineer out, Dosti, y'all. He laughing. But, you know, there's just so much queening going on in this room. He can't stand it. His testosterone is getting by. You better go join a men's club or something,
we got
buddy.
the women
Yes,
over here.
we got
Yeah.
this on lockdown over here. But to that point, both the Black male and female have had to endure so much
Yes.
as far as our narrative is concerned, how we're seen, how we're viewed, stereotypes and perceptions.
Yes, ma'am.
And it is a challenge for us in particular because the narrative about us, angry Black woman syndrome, you know, you're darker, I'm light. If you're light, it's all right. If you dark, if you Black, get back, you know. Thick hair versus good hair. They did a whole movie on that one.
Yes, they did.
You know, or actually a couple, now that I think about it. And pitting us one against the other intentionally with the goal to conquer, divide and conquer.
That part. Absolutely, friend. Oh my gosh. You just eloquently said that. And, you know, I think if I can just be transparent a little bit more, and that is the magic and the power and the sisterhood and the solidarity of the Sacramento Sister Circle.
Yeah.
You know, like you highlighted, right? You know, we're going to agree to disagree. We might argue things out, but it's about having a space to even have the dialogue where we can be authentic and come out the gate and say, you know what? This is how I feel and this is what I'm dealing with. Because when I'm talking about Black issues that are affecting me or my family to a person that is not Black, they don't understand it. There's no dialogue there, right?
What are you talking about?
Exactly. You know, so that's
and no offense to them, but that's just not where they reside.
Yeah, it's not where they reside, you know, but the sister circle is where you can come and you can dialogue and you can, you know, if you have an issue, people post issues and concerns and thoughts and feelings and they just want feedback. And sometimes it's just like, hey, sis, you know, this, that, or the other. But you know what? There's support and community,
right? Especially
when, like, for myself as a trans female, you don't have family.
Yeah.
You know, how do you get that sounding board and that support system, right? You have to build it.
Right.
And the beautiful thing, there's 8,000 plus of us.
Right.
There is some tribe in the tribe that's your tribe.
Yes.
So you're going to find you in the sister circle.
I like that.
Black lawyers, Black doctors, I mean, landscaping.
Yeah. Whatever.
Anything you need. It is all encompassing. It's all encompassing. You get on there and you say, I have a big toe that's hurting me and it's yellow and I need it to turn green. You'll find someone to turn it green for
Girl,
you.
my toe turned. Yes. They'll say, I had that green toe issue last spring. And you'll just start getting so much advice.
Yes.
And it's like, this is like a little magical quorum thing going on here.
Remember back in the day, they had the yellow pages. They used to say, let your fingers do the walking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let your fingers do the typing.
And that's what happens.
Yeah.
And so to that point, so with this article, I want to read something. I'm not going to read the whole article, but I want to read some excerpts from this article because I thought it was so profound and hard hitting. Well, not hard hitting. I got to take a break first. Dag nabbit. Okay, no, that's good. If I take a break now, then that means I got a little bit more time when we come back from the break to talk about this. So you guys are listening to 97.5 FM KDEE. I'm Agent Key with Miss Natalie Mcgee, and we will be right back.
Right back.
Nice, right?
I know.
You know what? Okay, honestly, we're friends. I don't know if you know we're friends, but I'm gonna tell you now we're friends.
Okay, all
Yeah,
right.
I'm loving this. Like, this is
we
just-
just are.
Engineer, I'm sorry. You're friend too, okay? I'm not leaving you out, engineer. We're friends.
I feel
Okay?
a little
People, let me tell you about my friends.
Oh my gosh, this is
Natalie
amazing.
McGee. Hey, what are y'all saying? I'm so sorry.
Right. We're all
Miss
having a good
Valencia,
time.
I know. And I don't have my mouth, so I got to lean in, you guys. I'm so sorry. Y'all know I would have gone to these messages sooner if I had the mouse. So Miss Tara says, hey, Queens. Sacramento Sister Circle is a great space connectivity point. Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Wonderful concept, Natalie. So you got to remember, this is earlier on in
Right.
the discussion. Aw, Miss Denisha. I was going to comment on that. What was that, Miss Thea? It's better. Yes. I think I know what you're talking about. I could hear you on the radio and Facebook. Okay.
Good.
Okay. I can see you both good. Good. That's being business savvy. I think I know what y'all are commenting on. Smart line can be used for business lines. Yeah. Yeah. So you think about, do you tell them that there are other options too? Cell phones too? Like phone number lines?
definitely.
Okay.
And it's kind of all encompassing.
Mm-hmm.
So we talk about it and I put things on and then I actually give them the steps. So it's like, I'll give them 10 steps of things you should do.
Mhm.
And then I actually take them on the websites of
And walk
all the
them
10
through
steps. So when I tell you find a business address, let's go
And do it.
and do it.
You
so
take
this
away
is
all the
how-
excuses that
Right.
it didn't get
Okay,
done.
now you got the business address, you got the landline. Okay,
Yeah.
now you got to get your business registered. Let's
Yeah.
go to the state of California. Let's look up the
Nice.
different, we talk about the different entities, what each of those mean
Okay,
for
see,
you.
now we got to have you back
Right?
for that too.
Then we do that. Now you're got that. Now you got to go to the IRS and get an EIN number because that's
Yeah.
the magic, right? For business.
Mhm.
That's how you start building business credit. But if you don't have an EIN,
You can't.
but people think social security number, it's like business
y'all
credit
hear
and
this?
personal is totally different. But you got to know that.
Mhm.
So I take them full circle, and then at the end you do a mind mapping. So you take what you've seen, we teach, what you've hands-on did,
Like a quiz,
right?
Of sorts?
Like like the websites, all the different things, and then you mind map and you build out what your business needs to do next. And you leave when I have a session. You leave with that, so that becomes like your vision board, right?
Aw.
So that's what I've been doing with a couple small businesses. Yeah.
You already know.
So I would love to have a big
We are-
event
we are-
in Sacramento.
Oh my gosh,
really.
I'm pulling you into one.
Yeah.
I will pull you into one.
Yeah, and it's a
I'm gonna-
passionate thing for me because
Great
it's
conversation.
everything
Thank
that
you,
I've
Larry.
done for myself. So I tell people I'm in the
Thank
boat
you,
with
Larry.
you.
Yes.
I'm not doing anything or telling you something that I haven't done.
Yeah.
I show them all my articles of incorporation. I bring it to them because people will think, oh yeah, you just
You
said that.
talk, well, because there are a lot of people that do that.
Yeah,
All
so
these
I give them-
instant influencers.
Like-
Like, oh,
Like,
you
I
can-
literally took them to
oh, we're
my
coming back. Okay. Sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys. Rachel, Valencia.
Oh, I'm loving
Will they
this.
assist with
Engineer.
financial resources for past event? Yes, they probably will, Valencia. They probably will because that information is available to them. Hey, everyone. We are back. You're listening to 97.5 FM KDEE. I am Agent Key, and I'm tongue-tied. I am here with my guest, Natalie, and we are talking about the Sacramento Sister Circle. And before we went to the break, I was going to start reading from this article, so I want to hurry up and get this out. This is an article by Habiba Katsha, and the article is from a larger article entitled "They Are My Lifeline: The Beauty of Black Friendship." And this story is called "My Black Friendship Group Has Been My Lifeline Over the Past Few Months." And I'm not going to read it all, but I just want to read a few excerpts because I related. I think that's what I wanted to say. I related to what she wrote about. And I think that every Black woman can relate to what she's writing about. And I think it would be a challenge for people who are not Black women to relate to this. And that's why this is so important. If you're trying to understand Black women, and not that this article helps you understand it, but this is just a perspective of how we view life. Let me read this. So she says, since the brutal murder of George Floyd, the 46-year-old Black man who was killed by a white Minneapolis police officer in May, my Black female friendships have become more important than ever. I can never find the right words to articulate how seeing the death of a Black person makes me feel, but leaning on my friends for support has provided me with some sort of hope that a world could not one day exist where I don't have to. My first Black female friendship played a significant role in my life. She was a South African and Nigerian girl called Zandi, who I met at a primary school when I was 7 years old. We were 2 out of a small minority of Black students in a predominantly South Asian school, so our Blackness really stood out. Though I don't remember us speaking about race back then, it played a big role in our friendship. We bonded over braids, cane rows, jollof rice, 3 things which affirmed me and my identity. We had a bond that was different from everyone else, and it was one which we carried into adulthood. When I went to university, I came to lean on my group of Black girlfriends. We spoke about the constant microaggressions we faced, feeling out of place in seminars, or the situationships we had with boys. All of those conversations made me feel seen. It was difficult, after all, being a group of Black women at a predominantly white university. Over the years, I've forged many other friendships with many more Black women, all of whom have been my lifelines during the coronavirus crisis. Living in a constant state of unknown while being aware that Black people are 4 times more likely than white people to die from the virus has heightened my anxiety. My friendship group became fearful that our friends and family were at risk and frustrated that people weren't taking this seriously. We supported each other through the highs and lows, constantly checking in on each other via arranged Netflix parties, phone calls, and FaceTime game nights. I looked for anything to take my mind off things, going for walks, reading more, and learning new recipes. But it was Sky Comedy's Insecure that provided much needed escapism. The show, created by Issa Rae, follows a group of young African Americans navigating life in Los Angeles. The previous 3 seasons focused on the flourishing friendship between Issa and Molly. But this season highlighted the underlying tension between the two, and we watched them grow apart. Whether you agree with Issa or Molly, she said she's team Issa, the portrayal of Black female friendships on screen helped me navigate my own friendships better. When Issa was moving mad, it forced me to question my own behavior and ask whether I've been a good friend. When the show tackled interracial dating through Molly and her Asian American love interest, Andrew, her friends encouraged her to step outside of her comfort zone. On the surface, this might look like a non-issue, but as a Black woman, the complexity of dating a man outside your race and having to explain your experience is hard. And Insecure gave me a blueprint for how to handle this in my own life. The last few months have been exhausting, and the recent Black Lives Matter protests and the surrounding discourse have been traumatizing. But my Black friends automatically understood the pain I feel. We've spent the past few weeks sharing anecdotes in the group chat about the racism we faced, talking for hours on the phone, and watching movies on Zoom. The pain, the laughs, the joy, the sadness that comes with being a Black woman. They all just get it. Lockdown has forced us to have deep conversations about our experiences as Black women and how we see ourselves in the world, and my friendship group has provided an open space for critique, healing, and joy. And while the basis of friendships may seem simple, dealing with racism and misogyny as Black women is part of our everyday life. The frequency with which we have to contend with issues of race automatically adds a political edge to our friendships. I don't always want to talk about race, but when I do, it's unbelievably reassuring to have a group of women who know exactly what I'm talking about and how I'm feeling. No one will ever understand me more than another Black woman. I will always be grateful for my Black sisters. They've got me through the last few months, and I know they'll keep me going no matter what happens. That hit me so hard. She put into words like my entire
experience.
Yes. Mm-hmm. From childhood on up to present day.
And that's all of us
Yeah.
in some way.
Yes.
Shape or form.
We can find ourselves in there.
Yes.
Because she talked about dating relationships, just friendships being a little girl and being seen.
Yeah.
And the part that really hit home for me was when she talked about her friendship. Well, not her friendship. When she talked about Issa's friendship on the show with Molly, the season that highlighted the tension when they started having that tension between them.
Yeah.
We, in the past, don't overcome tension against each other.
We don't dialogue. We don't want to bring it to the forefront, right? Like you were saying, right? You tell them up front, we're going to argue in the sister circle, but that's beautiful to have the space to be able to voice. Sometimes when we can't voice to our loved one or to our friend, right?
Why do we think that we can't argue and make up?
Right.
Why
or agree
do
to
we
disagree,
or
right? We don't
agree to
have to
disagree?
always be in agreement.
Right.
Disagreement is okay, but it's still love and the understanding of we disagree, but I love you, girl.
Right.
You're
Yeah.
still my friend. We're gonna go get some ice cream after
Right.
this.
Yeah.
Where we gonna
Just
eat?
because I see something differently from you
Yeah.
doesn't make me better than you, doesn't make me less than you,
That part.
doesn't mean we can't still love on each other. It just means as far as this particular issue is concerned,
We don't agree.
we see it differently.
Yeah.
It could be because I grew up differently. I may not be as mature in that area as you, and I just don't know.
That part.
Or vice versa.
Absolutely.
Or it may not even be a maturity level thing. It just could be that's just how I feel. I like yellow cake, you like chocolate.
Still cake.
I don't have to go create a gang called Yellow Cake, and then you go create a chocolate cake gang, and then we can't even talk to each other no more.
Right.
But that's how we've been programmed
Yes.
to treat each other. And what I appreciate about the sister circle, and I don't know if it's directly or indirectly intentional, but that those types of dialogues are allowed to happen.
It's intentional. We want it to happen. I'm a moderator on Facebook. So
There
know,
you
we
go.
allow that. There's a team of us, Aaron, Taurus, Melanie. There's so much of us, and we want to monitor it, but sometimes we don't want to shut it down too early because it stops the good discourse that's happening and the sharing of ideas.
Yeah.
And Christy's big on that, and she'll jump in there too and be like, hey, y'all, get respectful.
Right.
Clean it up.
Clean it up because people come as they are.
As they are.
But then that's what the love part is all about.
Right.
You come in and say, hey, sis, I hear you. And you got to acknowledge, I hear you. And then really, you are really being heard. If somebody says, I hear you, don't just say, I hear you. Really be listening.
Yeah.
I hear you. But I just want to say this. But I hear you. And I agree with this part. I don't agree with that part. We need to be able to provide safe space within our own communication with other people.
And in our community.
At the
end of the day, it's in the community. We got to be safe with each other.
Yeah.
If I could kind of just, I just like, I'm just feeling this so much, and that's another thing we didn't highlight. Sacramento Sister Circle, since its rebirth, we just had our 10th year. 2021 was year 10.
Yeah.
But not only do we have dialogue, we host events. Each leadership member takes on different events. So the Holiday Mixer is my event that I do.
Okay.
But we do the voter guide. We
Right.
have Melanie Richardson, who does emergency preparedness, and she's the president of BWAPA for the Sacramento chapter.
Mhm.
We have firearms safety, where we go out to the gun range and train up ourselves on how to
Yes.
protect ourselves.
Yeah.
We do a college-bound luncheon at the end of every school year in the May, June, and that's huge. And
Yeah.
we seed money into young girls going off to college for the first time.
Oh, wow.
We have Not Your Mama's Sex Talk. We have a whole luncheon. We give them gifts.
Mhm.
They get bundles. They
Yeah.
get here. Everything they can think about.
So the principles are not just talk. There's
Yes.
action. There's
Action,
steps,
yeah.
actionable steps
So we
being
do
taken.
that for them. And,
Mhm.
year after year, they come back as alumni. We send out gifts to the second year and third year. And eventually, when you graduate, you come back and you talk to the kids coming in.
Yeah.
We do river rafting. We have mind-blowing conversations on the river. This year, we did a Sistagirl walk and talk to really focus on that mental health during pandemic.
Mhm.
We have poolside brunch, boat cruise, kickball. We do everything. We have so much activity.
Oh my gosh. So my engineer's waving. We got to go. I didn't realize. So we usually cut off at 1:56. It's 1:59, y'all.
Oh, we had a good time.
We
friend.
did, you guys. So thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. You're listening to 97.5 FM KDEE. I am Agent Key with my special guest, Miss Natalie Mcgee from Sacramento Sister Circle.
We look forward to seeing you Saturday.
Yes. And remember, you are doing what you were created to do. I will see you at the top.
See you at the top.
Thank you. So wonderful. Oh my gosh.
Y'all just don't know how I'm feeling this shit right now.
You're so misty.
You should have. At the 156, you should have been thrown at the. You gave
Throwing
me
up gang
seconds. I
signs.
know.
Like, hey,
Ma'am. Oh, okay. I thought I was in trouble.
Ma'am.
I read it. Did you hear it? I read it.
Okay.
Okay.
You know what? I was helping somebody and I happened to hear you. I was like,
Okay. Oh, we
I
got a
enjoyed
nice long.
oh, that's
my
good.
What do you want on Whip Keeper? Because I know
Oh,
you got something you want.
I
Hey,
enjoyed
Miss
this.
Rachel. Hi,
Miss
girl.
Whip Keeper, what do you?
Valencia, you are welcome. Angie, that letter did it for me
Oh,
too.
well, we
That
don't
is
get
key.
going.
Sisterhood. I have close friends because of this one. I always extend forgiveness.
Oh.
If I may
All
say,
right.
the show Insecure even helped me. Oh, really?
Oh, thank you, Sister Circle.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Cut down.
The love is real. Yeah. Wow. Thank you, Ange. Yes. Great show. We got to stick together, ladies. We got to stick together. Thank you, Miss Valencia. You know you are my number one fan. Great show. Thank you, Ange. Thank you, ladies. We're going to get out of here, but we always appreciate you watching. Hope y'all can make it out to this Saturday.
1442 Del Paso, 6
Oh,
p.m.
that's why you can't go in the
Ange,
hood.
you got to wave. You
can come on.
you
No,
in
no,
the-
she can't go in the hood.
They see you now. You in the door right there.
She'll be there.
Just wait. Thank you. You in the door now. All right, you guys. We'll check y'all later.
Bye, guys. It's been a pleasure.